Shalom Yisrael. Want to start off as always by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, or double honors to the Apostle of GMS, and honors you brothers that done the work in truth, war, sincerity. In this one I'm going to quickly answer the question, what is an ad hominem? Right, it says an ad hominem of an argument or reaction is directed against a person rather than the position they are maintaining. And longer definition is an ad hominem, Latin for to the man or to the person, short for argumentum. Ad hominem means responding to arguments by attacking a person's character rather than addressing the content of their arguments. When used inappropriately, it is a fallacy in which a claim or argument is dismissed on the basis of some irrelevant fact or supposition about the author or the person being criticized. Now, I'll bring this out, doubling up on the video I did before about what is character assassination, right? Because an ad hominem is basically character assassination, but it's the dismissal of, an argument, through character assassination. And you see the men of GMS having to deal with this constantly. This is one of the things we have to deal with all the time. When we're dealing with guys that know something about, the Hebrew Israelites. They know something about GMS, especially when we're dealing with IUIC. IUIC always like to, character assassinate and jump back on the whole rape thing, whenever they battle against the men of GMS, starting with the apostles on down, and a lot of the time they're bearing false witness. A lot of people, they'll be like, but you're a bum though. What does that say? Some irrelevant fact. That's an irrelevant, and it's not even a fact most of the time. The majority of the brothers have jobs. There are some brothers who haven't got jobs, but that's just what it is. That's the plan that the Most High has for them. Man, it's, if you ain't got a job, you've got more time to study, man. That's the thing. But the thing about it is, the Most High will still maintain you. If you're the elect. And it's also a thing about building faith. If you don't know where your next bit of, if you don't know where money's going to come from, but you just have faith in the Most High, it's a building of faith. But you guys like to bring it out as an argument, but it's a false witness, right? It's a false witness. So with that, I'm going to get into the scriptures. It says John 15:19. It says, if you are of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Right? And that's what I'll say, man. So we bring out, that the scriptures say that if a man finds a virgin, and by this definition it's a woman untouched, and she has passed out of her age, and he fucks her, consensually or non-consensually, according to the Bible, there is nothing wrong with that. Do we advocate that? Fuck no. This is Esau's society. Esau will get you locked up, and he'll really character assassinate you and the whole, and everyone else. He'll do all that shit, and when you're in the prison system, you may end up getting chipped. I hear brothers always constantly, talking about that. One of the plans is to chip the prisoners, and that's what the scriptures say. Bond or free. So we don't advocate you to do that, but that's one of the ways that people try to attack any statement or argument that GMS have to say. For instance, when the brothers were down there in Jamaica, I forget the full account, but they either hit the whole rape thing or the age of consent thing. Biblically speaking, a woman and a man can have sex once they've reached puberty. Do we then go and say, yeah, if any man in the congregation wants to go and have sex with the child that's 13 years old? We don't say that shit, and no one has evidence of us saying that shit. But whenever we bring out an argument, you always want to hit us back with that, which is the whole purpose of this topic, why I'm going into this word, because that is exactly what you lot do. Instead of arguing with the facts, you basically bring out what wording did they use here? irrelevant facts or supposition. And like I said, they're not facts. It's their false witnesses. Their opinions stated as facts. Which is why the scriptures say, "Ye of your father the devil," because that's what Esau does all the damn time, man. This is verse 20 says, "Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you." And we haven't really, us men in the GMS, men that are Lord willing of the elect, we haven't really started feeling the persecution yet. Because the time's still to come. But these guys already starting them, and they're already going out, saying all of these crazy shit about us. But the time will come when Esau's gonna be coming with his with his machine guns and his torture instruments. But that's when the faith that you grew when you was, quote, being a bum, that's when that faith will come back and build you up. Because this thing is about faith as well. I mean, this thing's about faith. When you haven't eaten for a few days, the only thing that's going to save you from taking that chip is faith that the Most High will give you something. Not saying that you'll be left without a few days without food. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the Most High. Most High can do whatever He wants. But then you have got all of the, I'm straying off the point. It's like I haven't read this. Is Matthew 26:59 says, "And the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Yahushua." Right, and I mainly brought this out as a follow on from this. It says when it says, "If they have persecuted me," basically what happened to Yahushua, which is the real name of Jesus Christ. They bared false witness against the Lord. So obviously they're going to bear false witness to us. They tortured the Lord, so obviously they're going to torture some of us. That's just the way it goes. Right? It is Matthew 11:6 says, "And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me." And a lot of people basically are offended by the things that we have to say. Which is why they come back with these ad hominems. For instance, when women come up, they'll be like, don't listen to them. They believe women this, that, and the other. So what? Which is why the scriptures say, "Whosoever shall not be offended in me." Now, I'm just going to end, with a few scriptures on bearing false witness. And this one is ironic. This is Exodus 20:16, which is ironic, because the guys that go around saying, "Follow the Lord, the Lord, the Lord," are breaking this law. It says Exodus 20:16, it says, "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor," which is what these guys do to us all the time, right? It's like I'm just talking a bit too fast, out of breath, right? Proverbs 21:28 says, "A false witness shall perish, but the man that heareth speaketh constantly." So we've got a load of scriptures in there. I'm not going to go through all of them, but with that, I hope you've been edified, man. And until the next one, shalom.